I just wanted to sleep soundly. No dreams, no drama. Just close my eyes and wake up to morning. Yet life, oh life, wouldn't let me. Just like that timeless saying, man proposes, but heaven teases. 3 a.m., the witching hour, I open my eyes, and oh no, it's like a low-budget horror flick. Water, water everywhere. Like the whole ocean decided to move into my room. My beloved pajama pants floated by, abandoning me for freedom, like, I've had enough, bye-bye, incompetent owner. The piercing crack of lightning, water rushing like a mini Niagara Falls, paired with fish flopping, probably throwing a party under my bed. I jolted up like an action movie star, phone in hand with 3% battery. Enough to call for help or snap a final selfie. Eyes stinging from Tiger Balm, don't ask. I slapped it on to ward off ghosts, but now the ghosts are unfazed and my eyes are about to pop out. Someone yelled from afar, "Don't panic." Yeah. What's left to panic about now? Panicking won't drain the water, it'll just spike my blood pressure for fun. I looked around, water up to my knees, belongings floating like a trash raft, and only one thought lingered. Can someone toss me a life preserver? Or at least a reason not to die this dumbly? Dying from flooding is one thing, but dying clutching a 3% battery phone waiting for a crush to reply, now that's just humiliating. Oh no, buddies, my life's turned into a man-made fish tank. No life preserver, no lover, just water and woe. Someone save me, or at least toss me a funny meme to laugh at before I sink. Don't let me be the first casualty of floods and heartbreak. I still want to live to pass this tale to the next generation. How about this? Imagine a soggy stickman waving a white flag made of wet socks. Might just crack a smile through the tears. Floods? Everyone's heard of them. Heard so often it's like a morning alarm tune. But sudden flash floods, going from Sahara dry to freestyle swimming in the living room in just 10 minutes, aren't something everyone survives to recount like a national hero. Picture this. You're still yawning in bed. Then water rushes in like a fire hose. The sofa floats aimlessly, and your flip-flops swim by like pet fish. That's a horror level even Hollywood would study. What's scary isn't how deep the water gets. Deep means swim. Can't swim means float. Easy peasy. It's the speed, the silence, and the total disregard for knocking first. It's like nature decides, all right, I'm going big today. No more politeness with humanity. People don't die because they can't swim. Oh, swimming's a breeze. YouTube's full of tutorials. They die because they never saw it coming, just sitting there thinking, oh, just a little rain. Let me finish my coffee first. Trust me, nature won't wait for you to sip that artisanal latte or snap a check-in pic. It flips out whenever it wants, and you're on the receiving end. No exceptions, no extension deals. I used to be the type who totally trusted the weather app on my phone. Like it was a certified prophet, never wrong. Light sun, possible showers. I only saw sun. Ignored showers like rain was an optional extra, no big deal. Huge mistake, buddies. That kind of confidence just invites disaster. One night, rain pattered like a sad movie soundtrack, and I hugged my pillow, thinking, no worries, I'll still brew coffee tomorrow. A little rain can't stop me. Oh, so confident I deserve an Oscar for my naivety. Morning came. No coffee brewing dreams. Just swimming. Swimming in my own house. I slipped and crashed hard in the kitchen, like a low-budget comedy actor. Water up to my ankles while I thought the floor was slick from cooking oil. Reached for my phone to call for help and slipped again, straight into the fridge. Lucky I didn't crack my head, or I'd be frozen sushi. So there I sat, huddled on the sink for 30 minutes, shivering in just my Hello Kitty boxers, looking like a side character in a cheap cartoon, praying, oh heavens, save me, I don't want to be a drowned fish, while vowing, if I survive, I'll learn not to be clueless about floods. Or next life, I'm reincarnating as a fish for sure. Oh no, buddies. Blindly trusting weather forecasts is like buying a free swim ticket. Learn about floods, or next time it won't just be your Hello Kitty boxers. It'll be your whole house floating away. After that night, I went from treating weather forecasts like horoscopes to a rain radar, flood warning, wind speed, and river level addict. I started realizing floods don't kill you. Your own naive overconfidence kills you faster than the water. I binged every survival video on YouTube, read guidelines from authorities, and Google translated them since I couldn't grasp the jargon. Then jotted down a survival checklist like prepping for a camping trip in the middle of a great flood. I learned how to spot flash flood signs before it, knocks on my bathroom door, prep a go bag, survival kit, with a flashlight, radio, power bank, and yes, different pants. And most importantly, if you can leave early, go. Don't wait until fish are perched on your sofa. Since then, I've lived by the motto, trust the forecast, but prepare like it's 100% wrong. To avoid dying dumbly in my own toilet from an overflowing bowl. And because I care about you, those who've also treated rain as a chill playlist, I've compiled 5 simple, no-nonsense survival solutions here. No preachy philosophy. Just stuff that might save the life holding this phone watching this video. Tip 1. Stay away from rivers and streams, especially low-lying areas, unless you want a free swim. I get it, buddies. You love living close to nature, right? A riverside so romantic, it's straight out of a K-drama. The gentle trickle like chill background music, birds chirping, cool breezes. Who wouldn't fall for it? I once pictured myself there, coffee in hand, penning poetry like, "The river flows, my heart flows," living a poet's life amid nature. Then, the flood hit. And you realize that trickle wasn't a love song, but the prelude to nature's slap, strong enough to snap you out of your dream instantly. Thought it was poetic. Turns out it's a warning. Get ready to swim, you naive fool. You don't need to be at the storm's eye to get swept away like an action movie hero. Just being a few dozen centimeters below road level is enough to turn you into an unwilling victim. Flash floods aren't something you see coming from afar, sipping tea and thinking, oh, time to run, then casually retreating. They hit like an unannounced test, no deadline extensions, and if you're in a low-lying area, congrats, you're the student who skipped homework, now facing a big fat F from Mother Nature. Stickman me once confidently pitched a tent by a stream, thinking, close to water for cool vibes, even more poetic. Woke up, and I wasn't by the stream anymore. I was in a lake, tent floating like a DIY lifeboat. My waterproof watch kept ticking, but my self-respect sank, probably lying at the bottom with that poet's dream. I'm not saying you should climb a mountain and live like a hermit, but if there's any water near your place, be it a tiny stream or a drainage ditch, assume it'll go berserk like an X1 fine day, and you shouldn't be around when it unleashes its drama. Instead of writing poetry, grab a float, unless you want to be a poet, underwater. Tip 2. Turn on weather alerts and rain radar. Don't let your weather app lose to food delivery apps. I used to be the type who only opened the weather app to decide between a hoodie or a tee. Fashion mattered more than survival. Flood warnings? Hey, whatever, won't hit me. Just a little rain. I'm a flood-fighting superhero. So confident I deserve a Darwin Award for naivety. Until one night, rain pattered like a lullaby. I was watching a 10 Tips for Better Sleep video. Thought I'd sleep well. Ended up sleeping in water. Then, a blinding alert popped up on my screen. And what did I do? I hit dismiss notification like it was an ad. Super logical, huh? Who checks flood warnings at night? An hour later, when water flooded my bed, I finally tapped SOS. Classic die first, regret later logic. But listen to me. Apps like AccuWeather, Windy, Rain Viewer, or even government alerts can give you a 10 to 30 minute heads up. Enough time to run, not swim. Those 10 minutes won't mend a heart broken by a flood ruining your dreams, but at least they'll save your body from turning into a fish tank specimen. Don't brush it off, because when water floods your living room, you won't want to be wondering, wait, what was that alert about earlier? Trust me, when water's up to your knees, you won't want to be the one saying, I should have paid attention to that app. Don't rely on gut feelings like, it's just a little rain. Trust the app instead. It's not selling fake bread like some delivery apps. Tip 3. Prep a go bag, not to survive. Like an action movie, but to avoid dying pointlessly. When water rushes into your house like a family-sized Niagara Falls, don't dream of dashing to the 4th floor to grab a suitcase, rummage through the wardrobe, or wrestle with a safe lock for documents. There's no time to play diva mid-flood. You get one shot to run, Usain Bolt style facing water, and if your hands are empty, your heart's about to float away too. With a farewell like, goodbye world, forgot my float. That's when a go bag becomes your compact, cute savior, rescuing a disorganized soul like me, who once thought, it's just a little rain, no need to prep. So what to pack? A flashlight, because during a flood, the power grid clocks out before you, leaving you groping in the dark. Clean water. Don't count on tap water, cleaning your hunger. It's swimming with the fish. Personal meds, for headaches from floods, not heartbreak. Dry food, not potato chips, but stuff to keep you alive over 12 hours without starving mid-escape. A power bank, to call SOS instead of snapping underwater selfies. Important documents. Don't lose your birth certificate or dreams. And yes, a dry outfit. No one wants to roll into a rescue center sopping wet like a mop, looking like they swam out of a horror flick. A go bag doesn't need to be fancy like a designer purse, just needs to be ready. Because when water's up to your waist, you won't want to be the one scrambling upstairs for a toothbrush, only to have the flood sweep it away as a keepsake. Tip 4. Plan an evacuation, before water kicks you out like an old toy. I love that organized vibe. FEMA, emergency alerts, top-notch rescue like in movies. But guess what? FEMA isn't camping in your house, ready to grab a suitcase and run with you. They just send a text and leave you to deal. And if you haven't planned an evacuation beforehand, those alerts will just leave you panicking like a headless chicken, not escaping like a ninja. I've seen my neighbor, a tough ex-soldier solid as a rock, freeze like a deer in headlights when water flooded in from the garage. The whole family fumbled, exchanging looks like, who's doing what? Where's the car? Where's the stuff? Which way? Pure unscripted family drama. Don't be like them, buddies. Plan while the sky's still clear. Don't wait until water's up to your neck to ask, what now? What do you need? A high ground spot, friends or family's place, or a local shelter, as long as it's not a swimming pool. An evacuation group. If you're in the suburbs or a neighborhood, be blunt. If there's a flood, do I go first or last, or can you block the water for me? A no signal, no power scenario. Set a specific meetup like a park, fire station, or nearby church. Don't get vague with near the big tree and get lost mid-flood. And yes, plan for pets too. Don't make the rescue boat turn back because you forgot the cat, or the whole family's guilty in its eyes. I used to think a full gas tank was all I needed to be awesome. But then I sat in my car, clueless about which way to go. 5 minutes later, the road turned into a river, and I became a captain without a map. Tip 5. Don't wade through swift water, unless you want to star in The Swept Away. I don't know what goes on in men's heads when they see water up to their ankles. Maybe an inner action hero voice saying, you got this, you're tough. It's just water, no big deal. Then boom. 3 seconds later, I'm swimming like a rice sack, flailing like, oh heavens, someone save me, I'm not a fish. Listen up, buddies. Overconfidence is the shortest path to an involuntary pool party. Harsh reality. 15 to 30 centimeters of fast-moving water can knock over an adult. No wrestling skills needed, just a moment of distraction. 60 centimeters can sweep away an F-150. Yep, That pickup you bragged about to friends. Now a driverless boat. You think you're strutting into a puddle to show off your grit, but you're really auditioning for a Flood Fails 2025, where the lead role wins no Oscar, just a Dumbest of the Week award. The catch? You don't see the uncovered manhole, submerged live wires waiting to shock, or half the road collapsed ready to swallow you. And if you get swept away, 5 minutes later, it's local news. Confident man wades into water, now a star, under the river. Wading through swift water doesn't make you more masculine or a hero. It just makes you shorter by a chunk of life and leaves nature laughing at you. Here's a quick recap of 5 things I wish I'd known sooner. Tip 1. Stay away from low-lying areas. Water rises without a schedule. Tip 2. Turn on weather alerts. Trust the app, not the sky. Tip 3. Prep a go bag, small but tough. Tip 4. Plan your evacuation before the flood knocks. Tip 5. Don't wade through swift water. You're not an otter on a rescue mission. And the lesson here is, floods aren't as scary as thinking it won't hit me. Natural disasters strike unexpectedly. But ignorance, that can be prevented. If you've made it this far without being swept away, then drop me a like to let me know you're still alive, not a drowned fish. Comment with a nearly died from overconfidence moment of yours, so I know I'm not the only fool on earth. Share this video with that friend who once declared, "Weather's fine, no worries," to wake them up. And if you find this content both hilarious and life-saving, subscribe to the channel, so next time a flood hits, you'll not only escape, but laugh your whole house down. No sub, no worries, I won't force you. But turn on those disaster alerts first, or you'll be swimming with me. Sub, and I'll cherish you. No sub, and I'll keep diving. Got it?